is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from the Disney theme parks all around the world. In a moment, the news for August 20th, 2025. But first, of course, the Gertie Cam. There she is. She is 8 feet tall, 10 feet long, and an inflatable that cannot wait to be on your lawn, on your deck, your porch, your patio, or inside your home. She does fit in most homes, believe it or not. But our giant inflatable Santa Gertie, they're about halfway sold out, and when they're gone for this year, that's it for this year. So get her now, carouselproducts.com, $149.99. Also, real quick, I want to mention our magnets, which have been a huge hit. People love these. They're a parody of the Disney pass holder magnets, but we have Gertie the dinosaur, the Carnotaur from Dinosaur, and the Intergalactic Lounge Singer Sunny Eclipse. Our plush of him is still available for pre-order as well. It's supposed to come any day now. I don't know. I'm as angry as you all are at this point, so hopefully he'll be here soon, but very soon we expect him. These magnets, though, are $8 each or 3 for $20. They are the first in a series of magnets we're going to be doing, one a month starting in September, so start your collection now. And then last but not least, we have reordered these because we pretty much sold out already, but if you don't see your size now, it's coming back. This is our I Counted Down to Extinction t-shirt, a great way to say goodbye to Dinosaur at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Has our own little tribute on the back, the famous Easter egg in the load area with the reference to Walt Disney Imagineering and when the attraction opened. But we've added when the attraction is closing to it. Get these now, all these items now at carouselproducts.com. But let's get to the news, shall we? Oh, and real quick, I want to mention Detour WDWNT one more time. This is our event on September 1st, which will include a live filming of News Today with WDW News Today. That's this show. It will also include a tour of our newly reimagined museum space up front. And then in the evening, a first-of-its-kind event where Imagineers will teach you how a new Disney park is designed from the ground up, how that project is tackled. And then the room will be broken off into groups, and we will all get our chance to design our own park and then be critiqued by said former Disney Imagineers. So get your tickets now at events.wdwnt.com. But now, the news. Construction walls are gone from around the Beak and Barrel, the new Pirates of the Caribbean bar opening at the Magic Kingdom on August 29th. The walls have been temporarily replaced with rolling planters now. The Beak and Barrel, again, set to open next week. Takes over the former Pirates League, and we could see a scrim-covered sign where the Pirates League sign used to be. These doors between the bar and Plaza del Sol Caribe Bazaar have been revealed. There was a doorway here before as well, but as pictured now, the doors themselves appear to be new or refurbished. The themed gates to the side are brand new, as that space was previously a walkway. Of course, by the time you're watching this, I think reservations will have gone live. Maybe this will be out slightly before, but 7 o'clock tonight is when reservations go live for the Beak and Barrel. It is expected to be anarchy, so much so that the My Disney Experience app is not letting anyone book dining reservations today. That's all in preparation for this one lounge opening at the Magic Kingdom. That's how much we love Peg Leg Pete. We're all so excited to see Peg Leg Pete back at the Magic Kingdom, our parrot friend. So we can't wait. This is going to be a huge hit. It's very clear this is going to be the hottest reservation at Disney World for a long, long time to come. And so, good luck everybody tonight. May the odds be ever in your favor. And yes, I know they changed the name to Rummy. We're not calling him Rummy. He's Peg Leg Pete. That's the end of the story. Meanwhile, cast members at Pirates of the Caribbean have debuted their new costumes before the opening of the bar. Similar to other new cast member costumes across Walt Disney World the last few years, this has a number of mix and match options, so cast members can make their own ensemble from a selection of options. This change comes ahead again of the opening of the Beak and Barrel bar next door, so we assume the cast member costumes in there will either match this or be similar, but it's all, it would have been weird if Beak and Barrel had new costumes that were way more, in theme and not so hokey like the old ones, and then next door you went outside and people were still in those. I call them like the high school production pirate costumes. I love them dearly. Like, I'll always have nostalgia for them, but they were pretty rough. So, but here's a look at several of the costumes, thanks to these cast members who allowed us to photograph them. They look great. You know me, I like to be the old man on the lawn yelling, but I think they look great. I think, look, there have been a lot of bad new costumes the last couple of years, but I think similar to the story models, in some cases they kind of figured it out. I think the Main Street costumes turned out all right. That was my greatest fear. When they started redoing the costumes 5-10 years ago, I was like, man, when they get to Main Street, they're gonna suck the soul out of Main Street USA. And they didn't. They're perfectly fine. I still like the old ones better, but this is the opposite. I think these are undeniably better than what they replaced, as much as I love the old pirate costumes. But let me know in the comments how you feel about it. Walt Disney Imagineering has applied for the construction of 2 buildings at the STOLport site near the Magic Kingdom to support work on the park's new Cars area and the Villains Land. The site was the location of the Walt Disney World Airport, is now used for a staging ground for various construction projects. It's located off of World Drive to the east of the Magic Kingdom. Disney's latest permit application, filed with the South Florida Water Management District, proposes infrastructure to support the addition of 2 buildings at STOLport. The infrastructure would include parking, sidewalks, utilities, and drainage collection and conveyance systems. 2 existing retention ponds at the site would also be modified. One would become a dry detention pond and the other a wet detention pond. The permit calls this Project K. Though not specifically outlined in the application, the new buildings would most likely support work at the nearby Magic Kingdom, with the 2 biggest projects being the Cars expansion and the Villains Land. I don't even want to call it a Cars expansion, a Cars Land that's being built in the existing Frontierland, and that Villains Land, which would be the expansion of the park. Disney has also filed permits for construction trailers behind Big Thunder Mountain Railroad and Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and cut trees backstage to make space. Again, that Cars area is not a new land, but a reimagining of Frontierland. It replaces Tom Sawyer Island and the Rivers of America, which closed permanently this summer. The drainage is underway and mostly complete at this point, and demolition should be moving ahead shortly. Meanwhile, that Disney Villains Land coming down the road, wrong land, but either way, will include 2 new attractions, shopping and dining. We're still awaiting more details. Now, the rumor is sometime in the next week, we're going to get lots of new details on both of these projects. In fact, I'm attending a special media event tomorrow, and we'll see what that brings us. But of course, Destination D23 is the week after, and I know there's no parks panel per se. There is a villains panel, and we do expect announcements there as well. Now, just a little bit of insight on this. This is really far away for project offices, unless there's literally no room behind Magic Kingdom for project offices. So here's the thing. The land that's cleared behind Magic Kingdom right now, there's much more cleared than just what will be Cars and what will be Villains. In fact, too much land is cleared. Why did they clear so much land? That's the great mystery, isn't it? Now, I suspect there are new backstage facilities to be constructed, so some of this is that, but forever it has been rumored that there would be a resort hotel near the Magic Kingdom on that Grand Floridian side. There was a big part of when we heard, when they finally finished the walkway from the Grand to Magic Kingdom, all I had heard was, yeah, that paves the way for them to finally build a resort over there. And in fact, the funny thing is, I could just be guessing. There is a moment that path splits to nothing. Now, why would you create a split in the pavement unless you eventually plan for a path to go that way? I don't know. But either way, my suspicion is this is just the beginning. Cars and Villains are just the beginning of larger expansion on this side of the Magic Kingdom. This is kind of a phase 1, and I think in the next decade, these plans will become clear. Don't get too excited. I don't think in the next week you're finding out anything. But based on the amount of work going into just production project offices, something is up. It's not just for these. It can't be. And there's way too much land cleared for it to be just for these 2 projects either. Just my 2 cents. I could be wrong. We'll find out eventually. Some food booths at EPCOT have received their signs for the upcoming EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival, including the Guardians of the Galaxy themed booth. Gyozas of the Galaxy is located in World Discovery near Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. It's a white booth with a blue column and gray spacey details, and the Gyozas of the Galaxy sign is on top. I agree with everyone on social media. Why they're having a Guardians booth that doesn't have cake toast? Huge miss. Huge miss. Either way. The Xandarian lettering at the bottom of the sign translates to EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival. In the lower corner is algae and zargnut free, while the upper corner reads yum. Of course, zargnuts is what Drax is eating when you start to go through the ride at Cosmic Rewind. Though Gyozas of the Galaxy is set up now, it won't open until September 28th, a month after the festival begins, and it will serve various dumpling dishes. The other food booths with signage include Forest and Field, Milled and Mold, Bramblewood Bites, The Fry Basket, Coastal Eats, Flavors from Fire, Australia, Mexico, China, India, the Alps, and Spain. We also spotted signs on the booths for Italy, Flavors of America, Japan, Greece, Belgium, Brazil, France, Canada, and Hawaii. The signs have coming soon graphics on them ahead of the festival's actual start date. Disney released the full menus for all these booths already. The festival runs from August 28th through November 22nd. Of course, we will be there to overeat for all of you starting then. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guests and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head on over to WDWNT.travel and their team will design your next magical vacation, from the Walt Disney World and the Disneyland Resorts to Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and more. And the best part is their concierge services are 100% free. So book today. The Halloween overlay of Jock Lindsey's Hangar Bar, are you ready for the name? Jock Lindsey's Halloween Hangar Bar has now opened at Disney Springs, and we've got your first look inside. Of course, if you head to our website, you can check out a look all around the space. But right here on the channel, Eric and Nick and myself went and reviewed every single item, all the drinks, all the bites. Please go watch the video right here on the channel. I think it was a lot of fun. Select Walt Disney World guests have received surveys about new names for the Disney dining plans and a potential addition of a third plan. Touring plans received screenshots of the survey, including the graphic you're looking at now. It outlines these three potential Disney dining plans. There's the on-the-go dining plan, including 2 quick service meals, 1 snack or non-alcoholic drink, and 1 resort refillable mug per day. The Essentials dining plan, including 1 table service, 1 quick service, 1 snack or non-alcoholic drink, and 1 resort refillable mug per day. The Ultimate dining plan would have 2 table service meals, 1 quick service meal, 1 snack or non-alcoholic drink, and 1 resort refillable mug per day. The on-the-go dining plan is the current quick service dining plan, while the Essentials plan is the current Disney dining plan. The Ultimate dining plan would be a brand new option. A second survey listed the same plans, but with the names quick service dining plan, table service dining plan, and deluxe dining plan, which did used to be a thing, by the way, and everyone who ever did it said it was way too much food, but either way. But yes, that deluxe dining plan did go away several years ago. It didn't come back when the dining plan came back in 2023, but there you have it. Would you want a deluxe? Is that too much? I think it's too much food, but let us know. A quick announcement. We, of course, for the last several months have been piloting a new Disneyland-only news show called News Today with Disneyland News Today. You all have asked for the news to be returned to this show, and so we have obliged as part of larger changes coming to both of our YouTube channels in the near future. So as of today, that show is no more, and Disneyland News can be found right here on News Today once again. And let's get started with that. Disneyland Resort will end early entry for resort hotel guests in 2026, instead offering Lightning Lane access for 1 attraction. Disneyland Resort Hotel guests can continue to take advantage of the early entry 30 minutes before a park opens every day of their hotel stay through January 4th of 2026. Each day, either Disneyland or Disney California Adventure opens early. Disneyland Park is currently Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, DCA on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. During early entry, guests can take advantage of shorter wait times for select attractions, as well as select shopping and dining options. According to Disneyland, early entry was not widely used, prompting their decision to end the offering. It will no longer be available as of January 5th. Starting on January 5th, Disneyland Resort Hotel guests can instead take advantage of 1 Lightning Lane entry to a Lightning Lane multi-pass attraction during their resort stay. This is an interesting change. So I agree. I have been to early entry at Disneyland Resort. It is a ghost town. It is not something those guests want en masse. It really isn't. That being said, when I first read the headline, I was like, oh, okay, well, if I don't have to run to Radiator Springs Racers, then that makes sense, but it literally only includes the multi-pass attractions and not the ones on individual Lightning Lane. That, I think, is the sort of cheapskate mistake being made here. The 3 hotels of the Disneyland Resort are expensive. Now, look, if you want to offer Disneyland Hotel in Grand California in the individual Lightning Lane, and then Pixar Place, like 3 multi-pass instead or something like that. That makes sense to me. But for it to be 1 multi-pass seems silly. I think they should give them the individual for either Racers or Rise of the Resistance, but I don't know. But I totally get people aren't using it. I've seen it for myself. But the flip side of the coin is that an equal value? One multi-pass attraction? I mean, if you want multi-pass that day anyway, you're going to have to buy it. Like, it's only one. I don't necessarily get the replacement, but I understand getting rid of the early entry. A new Haunted Mansion sipper inspired by Victor Geist, aka the Organist, will be released at Disneyland. This spectral sipper will be available at Disneyland Resort starting on Friday, August 22nd. It's priced at $34.79 and will be available from select locations, including Harbor Galley. There'll be a purchase limit of 2 sippers per person per transaction. It depicts the organ player with sculpted translucent blue plastic, so he has a ghostly pallor. Victor and the ghost on his organ glow from within when the lighting effect is activated. The candles on the sides of his organ also illuminate. The straw pops up from the top of the organ. It includes a detachable strap. Sipper will be available on the first official day of Halloween time at Disneyland Resort. Though Oogie Boogie Bash, of course, kicked off a few days ago, the Halloween time event will actually kick off this Friday, August 22nd. Eric and Eden will be there to bring you all of the food and attractions and fun of that offering, so stay tuned for all of that. Aloha, in a post on Instagram, Disney Eats announced a brand new Dole Whip coming to the Tropical Hideaway at Disneyland. Dole Whip Peach with caramel drizzle topped with streusel and a peach ring will be available starting August 20th. The new Dole Whip Peach flavor debuted at Disneyland on July 17th for the park's 70th anniversary alongside a special cup and is exclusively available at the Tropical Hideaway, but now another new offering on the way. Oga's Cantina in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland has stopped offering new reservations. The popular Star Wars bar will transition to walk-up availability only with a standby queue, but existing reservations will be honored. Oga's Cantina at Walt Disney World is still offering reservations. Don't expect this to mean a policy change there. Demand has just significantly diminished at Disneyland for Oga's Cantina and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Disneyland announced a closing date for the Paint the Night Parade's 2025 run. The parade will pause temporarily for the resort's holiday celebrations. So Paint the Night will be performed through November 9th. It will temporarily be unavailable starting November 10th, and then will return sometime in early 2026. No date has been provided yet, but of course a Christmas Fantasy Parade will be performed at Disneyland during the holidays instead. Wondrous Journeys will also temporarily pause for Halloween and the holidays, but it will return briefly between the 2 seasons. And that's all we know at this time. The holiday season at Disneyland Resort will kick off on November 14th. Oogie Boogie Bash has returned for 2025 at Disney California Adventure, Sunday, August 17th being the first of those events, and of course our team was there to cover it all for you. There are several videos you can watch here on the channel. If you're looking to see all the exclusive merchandise, that's on our website for you to peruse, all the character encounters, and much, much more. But we have all that content for you, again, on our website and here on the channel. Be sure to check it all out. The Disneyland Magic Key account announced that a complimentary Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas button set is available to Magic Key holders who attend Oogie Boogie Bash this year. Magic Key holders can visit the Silly Symphony Swings attraction. Underneath there will be where they can redeem for this button. The button set includes a lock, shock, and barrel from Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, and the 3 buttons form a Mickey-shaped icon on a purple backer card printed with Oogie Boogie Bash and the Magic Key word marks. This will be available while supplies last. The now parked red car trolley is currently being used as a Mars Wrigley Halloween candy ad at DCA for Oogie Boogie Bash. After it was permanently stationed near the front of DCA for photo ops, the red car trolley received clear panes in each of its windows, and now orange Halloween-themed decals have been added to 4 of those windows. This is sad. It's just real sad. I'm okay with, if the trolley's not going to run, it at least being there as a photo op is great. I hate what they did to it. The rest of Buena Vista Street is very tastefully decorated for the event and for the season, and I wish that's all they had done to the red car trolley. Making it a candy ad, it breaks my heart. It really breaks my heart. I love this attraction. I miss it, and this just doesn't sit right with me. In fact, it doesn't sit right with me, so we're going to change. It doesn't sit right with him either. There you go. Now we're upset. The Avengers Campus expansion continues to grow, with roofing added to the structure we saw earlier this month. Previously, vertical supports were visible behind the construction walls next to Avengers headquarters. More of those supports have gone up, outlining a building. The shorter section of the building is topped by corrugated paneling. The taller section has horizontal beams across its top. We don't know if this is the final height of the structure, if more will be added. There's some scaffolding on the far side of the structure as well. We saw one crew member during our visit on Wednesday. They help give a sense of the scale of the structure, which is bigger than it looks in these photos, according to our reporter. The Avengers Campus expansion will almost double the size of the land, with 2 new attractions, Avengers Infinity Defense and Stark Flight Lab. There is no word on when these are going to open, but sometime in the future. The first of 4 new Trader Sam's Enchanted Tiki Bar coasters have arrived at the Disneyland Hotel location, with a design that connects to form a contiguous map. Trader Sam's Enchanted Tiki Bar announced the new set of coasters by artist Sam Carter. The first coaster in the series is now available at the bar. Guests purchasing any drink, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, will get a coaster. The front of the coaster is beige, worn and tattered around the edges. The Trader Sam's wordmark is written in brown across the right corner, and a portion of the Society of Explorers and Adventurers logo is printed above it. Once all 4 coasters are released and placed together, they'll form a map. The current piece features several locations visited when riding the Jungle Cruise, so the full map will likely form the entire path of the attraction. The following locations are marked on the first piece, though. There's the base camp, Congo River, Schweitzer Falls, Piranha Pool, the Amazon River, Tropical Hideaway, and the original headquarters of the Jungle Navigation Company Limited. The image of a Piranha Pool drink glass from Trader Sam's is also featured near the Schweitzer Falls location. It looks like a piranha standing on its tail and can be taken home when purchased with the drink pairing at the bar. This is a great way to get people back to Trader Sam's. I love collecting the coasters, and and they're very nerdy. These are super nerdy, love it, can't wait to get them all. The Pixar Place Hotel entrance to Disney California Adventure will close next year. The entrance will be unavailable beginning on January 5th. Pixar Place Hotel guests can instead use the entrance located inside Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa, or of course the main entrance. The closure comes just weeks after Disney installed brand new gates at the Pixar Place Hotel entrance, but they've decided to close this again just because a lot of guests aren't using it, it seems. But this is one, I'm not going to stand up for this one because this was touted when they opened the Pixar Place Hotel as one of the main benefits, and so it's going away. Obviously, the walk through the Grand Californian in through there is not that much longer, but it's silly that they spent all this time and money and energy bringing this entrance back and then fixing it up and then bringing it up to snuff with the new entrance turnstiles, if you will, and now are just abandoning it. This is a weird decision, but I will say the couple times I've stayed there, I have never witnessed other guests with me going through that entrance, but at the same time, how much does it actually cost to operate? Disney Cruise Line has revealed their fall 2026 and spring 2027 itineraries. Early booking is available for Pearl, Platinum, Gold, and Silver Castaway Club members, eligible Disney Vacation Club members, and Adventure Insiders with Adventures by Disney. Bookings will open to the general public on September 2nd, but everyone can check out the itineraries now. There are 384 cruises to choose from, including the Disney Adventure sailings out of Singapore, Halloween on the High Seas and Very Maritime cruises, and Bahamian cruises with stops at Castaway Cay and Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point. Again, check them all out at WDWNT.com. For the absolute latest on these stories and all that didn't make it into today's show, be sure to check WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. Special shout out to all our WIGS members watching who make the show happen every week. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying, enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. I hope your today and tomorrow are like this and not like this, more like this.